we almost had a miracle happen here. A dude almost won the very first 450 Supercross race he was ever in. I don't know if you consider it. I doubt it. First ever. JG won his second. JG won his second. Okay. I don't know if you considered a miracle though. You looked like you were just cruising. You were just riding.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you were out of your mind.
I like the big bike. It fits me so well. It didn't like. I knew that could be up there. I felt solid. Like, you know, we had good practice times. Won the heat race really easy. Like won the heat race really easy.
Yes, you did.
And I was just cruising. You know, I was getting the whoops, getting the sand, getting the quads. It was all hands on deck. Like I just felt solid. Just
before you walked in here at the press conference, I had asked Marvin and Eli about what it was like to battle you, and they were like, that quad was crazy. Eli's like, I wasn't touching it. And Marvin's like, even with a net there, I wasn't doing it. Was it hard?
Did you see bag it in the net?
Oh, you saw bag it in the net.
Like an actual catcher's mitt? It was hilarious.
He was rappelling down the net.
He like stuck to it like Spider-Man.
Yes,
it was perfect. It was so perfect.
But you were not only doing it, but you were able to still get to the inside on the landing.
And land, and yeah, I mean, I was just doing it clean. Like I was just finding the backside somehow. And I don't know, just the bike. The bike is working so good. And it's so balanced.
Yeah.
The suspension's so good. And it's got such a good engine that I'm just...
Wow.
I felt really confident doing that stuff.
At any point in the race, were you out of sorts? Or were you like, no, this pace and the 450 and the track, did everything feel pretty natural the whole time?
It felt like it felt slower than a 250.
Really?
It really did.
Really?
But they're smarter.
Yeah, yeah.
They're much smarter.
So the intensity and all that.
And the intensity is, it is a thinking man's class.
Yes.
That's less hairball stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
It's much more reeled in, and everybody knows what they're doing out there.
Yeah.
Way more enjoyable.
I was gonna say, let me guess, you like that better.
Way more enjoyable because I'm that guy. I hate riding with them dudes that are just like, I'm 17 and I'm gonna until I win. I hate that. I can't stand that. It's not me. Because I think I have so much respect for the sport, and it requires finesse, it requires thought, it requires all that. So I don't like when people hairball through stuff and make it squirrely for everybody because it's already dangerous. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I was happy to ride with those guys, and like the move with Marvin, that's a perfect example of thought because he. In that situation, he knew that he didn't have to rush out of the corner. He knew that by just doing this, he had no way to lose by doing what he did.
Yes.
So he did that. And me, the brand new guy, went, I gotta get him.
Okay.
That's not me, right? But
not normally. But even you could learn
something. I got
something.
excited, and truthfully, I wanted to just get by him because I knew Eli was right there.
Yeah.
I had just made probably passes that made both him and Cooper less than happy.
Okay.
So, you know, like I didn't hit on hard,
yeah.
but like, you know, I made and it was good passes, but it was like, it was one of those things where if I'm Eli Tomac, I'm, you know, the guy with all the speed in the 450, I shouldn't beat him, I shouldn't pass him, that kind of thing. And that happened, he's probably bummed.
So you're like, if he has a shot,
he's gonna take it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, I don't need that in my life.
Okay.
So let's get by the French guy and see if we can leave.
So you're not bummed at all what happened with Marvin in that corner?
No.
That's lesson learned for you a little bit?
Yeah, learning curve. I like to, I'm a sponge and I like to just take everything in and learn from it. I'll get better. And this was a fantastic night for the team, for the bike, and for everything that's going on with the transition.
Yep.
You know, speed was there, and the starts were great, and then the whoops were awesome. And even in the sand, which is a crazy variable, everything felt good. So moving forward, we know we have a good package.
Anything about the 25 laps, I think you guys did? 24, 25?
I would care to go a little less than that.
But were you okay with it?
I was okay with it, but it was such a, so many things happened to me that I definitely felt fatigued at the end. Like I was, you know, the crash.
Yes.
I got up and for 2 laps had no front brake because it was down, and I couldn't see it. So when I looked down to try to see it, I'm like, what can I do? I thought it broke off.
Okay.
So I'm just riding. I'm like, I guess I have no front brake.
Yeah,
which is hard.
Yeah.
Ride a Supercross track, no front brake, especially 450. And
especially if you're trying to quad into a corner, bro.
Quad into a corner and you have to stop in 7 feet.
Yes.
So I wasn't doing that with no front brake. Forget about that. If I'd have done that, I'd been in the net. But but then 2 laps later or so, I'm jumping in the sand, and I go like this, and like somehow my fingers just extended like a millimeter, and I flicked it, and I'm like, my brake's still there.
No way.
So I started going over jumps and hitting it, and I got it back. And that was it. I realized I had it, so I was able to push. And then it was frustrating being in, you know, eighth, ninth, and then battling forward.
Yeah.
When I was up there, it was really frustrating because it was a different pace, but it was almost harder to run that pace and get squirrely and do stuff with people back there, and not pull the trigger on some of the big jumps that I was doing because there's people in front of me now.
Yep.
You know, type of thing, and you know, and when I was battling with Malcolm, for example, it was like, you know, we were kind of cat and mouse for a few laps, and every time I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go there and I'm going to do this and I'm going to quad and I'm going to go by. And then every single time I went to go do that, he would like cross the track and jump this way, and I'd have to shut down. I couldn't quad. Right. And it was just like, oh, let me quad, dude.
Yeah. You know? Because you did do it late. I saw you doing it like 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. I did it, and I was just like, it felt really comfy. There was nothing sketchy about it to me. I just clicked third off the first quad, which is, you know, less than, you know, somebody wanted us to do probably. That quad. Yeah. But got it pretty easy every time, and the only thing that there was hoping that you got third properly, and then because you're full commitment when you land.
Oh, if you miss,
there's no. Yes. I mean, you could tell, I'm sure, and then you could probably chop it and just face it or something like that. Yeah. But for the most part, it's full commitment. That from the time you touch, you know what I mean?
Through that transition.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So anything. At this point, it looks like, oh, he's dialed in, the bike's dialed, but are there some things you've learned that you can go to work on in the next 7 days?
I don't want to touch the bike. I just want to motos. I just want to get the fitness better. Yep. And, you know, make my practice motos, make them messy. You know, because when I do practice motos, I like to get into the zone, and then if I want to get myself out of the zone more so often, and, you know, and maybe have Jimmy D go out there and try to stuff me halfway through stuff like that, mess me up. Yeah. Because that could help my fitness and just help my mindset. And that's my plan. Obviously, with Triple Crown next weekend, so it's a little different. But my starts were awesome.
From the inside gate?
From the inside gates.
So I will not bag on the inside gate anymore.
Are you an anti-inside gate guy?
I'm anti-inside gate. Bro, how did your inside gate work at Houston?
Bro, it's different.
Okay.
It's different, you know it.
Houston was an exceptionally bad inside gate.
Houston was an exceptionally bad inside gate because they drug the hay bales 3/4 away into the
This one was fun. I saw you in the inside gate, and I'm like, what are you doing? And you started fourth.
When you look straight, and then you have 3 feet